Hello everyone, this is Ming Zhong. Welcome to today's market analysis for the S&P 500 E-mini futures for the session started in 11th of May. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you the market recap from last Friday. That's including a trade review in M3. I will cover the long entry and exits and the rationales behind. And in addition to that, as usual, the bias going forward, key levels to pay attention to, and the potential setup for the US session later. So all will be covered in this video. So let's just get started. So as you can see in this daily chart here, so last Friday, we had a non-farm payroll. I think is really terrible data, but I think the market just shrugged off with the terrible data. Instead, it's just a close higher. So as you can see, I have drawn another up channel here on top of my original trend channel there. So you can see that it's kind of like moving from this first channel and now to the second channel. So although we see that the momentum is kind of losing a bit, but it's still trending upwards with within this second channel here. So one of the possible scenarios that I can think of is for the S&P 500 to continue with the bullish momentum to at least test the swing high here to 2960. And if we can just carry on with the bullish momentum, I think we should see higher target at somewhere around 3000. So this should coincide with the overbought channel, like to have this price to run into the overbought channel before we see some reaction. So it could do something like this and keep going up, pushing, hit the overbought and expect some kind of the reaction or pullback. And from there on, we can just decide how will this play out, whether we will continue higher when this is a reaccumulation for the S&P 500, or we can just go down to have some kind of a distribution before we resume for the trend. Alright, let's just get into a smaller time frame for a trade review. So if we just go to H1, last Friday, we see that majority or the major movement happened actually during the Asian and London session, which is this swing up there. And after that, at the US opening session, I think this is a non-farm payroll, and we only have a very slight reaction and not even tested the 2900 level, or barely tested. Yeah, it's just barely tested. And during the opening of the US session, we have some reaction, but actually it's quite shallow, and we actually tested the level at 2900. This is mentioned in my video from last Friday. I talk about a potential long setup when there is some kind of the reaction and bounce back up from 2880 to 2900. So this is one of the scenario that I actually anticipated. So I will dive into the M3 time frame to check out the trade on it. And you can see that subsequently is kind of very tight range after we have the spring action at the first hour. And we have a very tight range, and initially you have a push up at the last hour closing. So I think we still have pretty good trading opportunities onwards when we have this kind of the range trading, but that is in a smaller time frame like M3, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, let me just drag it back a bit. Okay, so as you can see that on the M3 time frame itself, we have a structure. So what do I mean by structure? So as you can see that we kind of like have a small trading range there and another trading range. Yeah, this is the trading range that I'm talking about. So basically at the opening 930, yeah, we have some kind of the pullback to dip below the support, the localized support area at 2901, and this one actually dipped below 2900 and eventually it just reverse and have some kind of bounce back up. So this actually posted quite a good long entry signal, and I can just you can see that I have already dragged up the take profit and also stop loss where I initiate the long entry here. So just right after it actually closed above here and actually reverse this down move, then I can just enter a long entry there with a stop loss if you want just below the swing low there, and to take profit at the immediate swing high, so which provide a reward to risk ratio I think around 1.5. So if you didn't manage to enter at this point, then the second chance it probably is another a test of this spring, so which is somewhere around there, and then to swing it up to take profit around the swing high as well. So these are the two long trades that actually I took the first trade there, not the test. So this is a second trade that you can actually take as well. I think this is quite a nice entry with a swing up and close at a swing high. All right, so this is the trade review from last Friday. Okay, so going forward, we'll talk about the bias and also the important key levels to watch, and eventually we'll just end up with a potential trade setup for the session later. So as you can see, we are on a H1 chart here. We see that this itself is a structure and we have a breakout, and that's also happened at actually it happened just on last Friday 4 a.m. So we have a continuation to push up during the Asian session, have some kind of the pullback in the London session. Now it looks like it's probably want to go back up again, and one of the important levels that I'm watching obviously for the resistance is the swing high here. You can see that is 2960. So I'm actually anticipating a trend continuation to at least test the swing high then before we see some kind of the pullback or reaction. And for the support levels, obviously we have one at a 2920, which is formed by this trading range or the market structure itself. And if it drop further, then we rely on this market structure. The trading range here is around 2890 or 2900. So basically just these few levels that I'm paying attention to. And if we do get some kind of the opportunities when the market have continued to pull back to 2920 or even test of the non-RTH low, as you can see I mark it there 2915, I think this is quite a provide a nice long entry for us. And if we do see some kind of the bounce up around this area, then I'll just enter long entry to anticipate the price to go higher, and maybe you can take profit at the swing high 2947 or even higher targets at 2960. So this is a trend or the trade setup that I actually anticipated to happen. So going forward, I think in terms of the bias, definitely for day trading is still up. I'm willing to trade it up for long entry, and for swing trading, I think I'm still keep my bullish view because around this structure here, it just seems to me like a continuation of the uptrend, or even this whole structure could be a reaccumulation structures to move higher. So it could just continue to trend up, have some kind of reaction, and to continue to go up. So this is the end of the video, and I hope you enjoy this and get something out from this video. So if you like it, just click like and also hover to my picture or name to follow me, and do subscribe to my video channel so that you get instant notification delivered to your email. So as usual, if you have any kind of the comments, questions, or suggestion, or any kind of the stocks, instruments that you would like me to take a look, so just feel free to comment below and I will definitely reply to you. Alright, thank you very much. Thanks for watching and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye.